Hi guys, it's your neighborhood security guy, actually here with new episode, little mini series here called a Fireside Cooking with Butzko. It's a 4-part mini series, and we're gonna actually show you easy to medium to a little difficult recipes for you over the course of the next 4 weeks. No worries there, and like I said, if I could do it, heck, anybody could do it, right? So the first thing we want to do is we want to get this bad boy lit up here, right? So today's episode is actually featuring the barbecue smoked bacon wrapped chicken lollipops. A lot of people probably never heard of those chicken lollipops before. It's actually a good favorite for a Sunday-Funday football going on. So before we go ahead and get the chicken prepped, we're going to go ahead and get a fire going. First thing first, we're going to go ahead and get the charcoal going here. We'll sit this guy right on here and get the we'll get that charcoal going for you. We'll let that guy bake in. So as that guy's baking in and getting that charcoal ready, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna put out our chicken legs here. Okay? And what we want to do with these, as that guy's smoking there, what we want to do with these is we want to go ahead and take these out of the little package here. Take our trusted little paring knife. And what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to take the meat and you want to skin it down to the bone. So really all you're doing is you're having the bone exposed. And we're going to do this for all 12 of these guys. And then what we're going to do is after we go ahead and we get all skinned up, we're going to go ahead and wrap it with aluminum foil. What you want to do is you want to wrap it with aluminum foil, really for the simple fact is you want to make sure that the ends of it doesn't burn. Hi guys, all right, we're back here. We got our chicken lollipops all prepped, ready to go here. Right before we're going to go ahead and put that spice on. And what we're going to do is we are actually going to go ahead and come down here and we're going to grab our seasoning that we're going to wrap with these chicken barbecue. Right here is the barbecue rub seasoning, right? And on top of that, not only the barbecue rub seasoning, actually a homemade specialized seasoning between salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder. A little thing I like to call spug, right? Salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder. Before we do that, we got our coals ready to go here. As you can see, they're fired up, ready to roll. So we want to go ahead and we want to put it in our side firebox here. Because what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our firebox going here. Get that going there a little bit more. Put a little bit of coals on this side just to keep the heat on that side there. All right. And what we're going to use is we're going to go ahead and use, really with pork and chicken, specifically pork and chicken, we're going to go ahead and use apple wood. Apple wood, pecan wood, and cherry wood are all good flavors for those types of meats. We're going to go ahead and put our wood right on the right inside the smoker box here. We're going to go ahead and let that guy go a little bit longer here and close that box. Go ahead and prep it up here for you. So as that's going there, we're going to go ahead and season up our chicken lollipops. Now, and obviously, don't be bashful with the seasoning. So as that's good to go there, then after that, we're going to go ahead and take the piece of bacon here, and we're going to wrap each lollipop right around that bacon. Everything's better with bacon, right? And then once we get these guys wrapped up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put aluminum foil, like I mentioned before, we're going to go ahead and we're going to put aluminum foil on this. That way there, the ends don't actually burn. And towards the end of this, so we're gonna go ahead and smoke these at around 225 to 240 degrees, no more than that, you know, because what you don't want to do is you don't want to go fast and pretty much, you know, hot and fast cooking. You know, I always like to do the low and slow cooking here, and to me it's a better quality of meat and better quality taste than when you do the low and slow. So really we want to go ahead and get that grill up there to 225, 240 at the very max. And it's going to take about 2.5 hours or so to go ahead and get these lollipops, go ahead and do them up there for you. Now, as we get done with theirs, we want to go ahead and we're going to make we're going to dip these in a homemade Tennessee whiskey barbecue sauce. That's right, I did say homemade Tennessee whiskey barbecue sauce. Don't worry, we also have a sugar-free recipe for those gluten-free folks and folks that want to be more healthy. We also have a sugar-free recipe of barbecue sauce that you can also use as well. All right, so we're going to go ahead and get these wrapped up. We're going to get our we're going to go ahead and we'll get our pit going, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back here. So we got our chicken lollipops. They're all ready to go, prepped, ready to go. We got our smoker right at the about, like I said, about 230 is right where we want. So that's perfect there. What we want to do is add a little bit more seasoning. Again, don't be bashful with the seasoning. It's always good to have a little bit extra seasoning on that. So let's go ahead and put these chicken lollipops right on that smoker for us. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an indirect cooking. When we do chicken lollipops or any type of meat, really, you really want to do an indirect cooking, because what you do is if you put it directly over the flame, you're really going to do a hot and fast and really burn it out. So it's really best to go ahead and do an indirect cooking with that. And we're happy to share all these recipes for you if you're interested. Just contact community relations at deltadentalnj.com at the end of this for the recipe. All right, so we got our chicken lollipops up there, good to go. We're going to go ahead and let that smoke for about 2.5 hours, like I said before, at 2.5 hours for it. When we come back, we're going to go ahead and whip up that homemade whiskey barbecue sauce. We're going to let that sit a little bit longer, and that way there, when these get done, about 15 minutes left before they get done, then we're going to go ahead and add that barbecue sauce. We'll be right back. Welcome back, guys. Let's go ahead and check on our chicken lollipops. Again, we don't want to keep it open and close it. We want to let the smoker do its thing, but let's go ahead and take a quick peek at these. Yes, sir, these guys are smoking up really nicely. Got a nice golden brown color on them. That's what we're looking for. In the meantime, as these guys are finishing up, we're going to go ahead and we're going to prep the whiskey barbecue sauce. And again, this is, Tennessee whiskey barbecue sauce with this, and even for a healthier option for it, we also have a sugar-free recipe. If you want to go ahead and email community relations at deltadentalnj.com for the recipe for that, along with other recipes that you see during the mini-series. And for the Tennessee whiskey barbecue sauce, what you're really going to use with that is you're going to use a chopped up onion for it, 4 garlic cloves, some brown sugar, and of course, Worcestershire sauce, ketchup, and don't forget about the whiskey. So, you want to go ahead and use 2 cups of ketchup for this. So there we go, we're good to go with that. A little bit of our homemade salt, pepper, onion powder recipe with that. A little bit of apple cider vinegar. This is actually perfect for the fall weather that's coming up. You want to go about a 1/2 cup of that apple cider vinegar. Not too much, not too little. Worcestershire sauce, a couple of dabs here and there. You're looking probably about 1/8 of a teaspoon or so with that. A little bit of hot sauce to go ahead and spice it up just a little bit. And if you want a little bit hotter, of course, you can add even more. Now we're going to go ahead and add the Tennessee whiskey. We're going to go 3/4 of a cup with this guy. With that, good to go there. And we're going to go ahead and add our brown sugar. And that's pretty much it, guys. That's 1/2 cup of brown sugar for that. Pretty much it. It's going to take about 45 minutes to cook this up. Really pretty much what you want to do is, of course, the alcohol, you want to make sure that that's burned off effectively. So we're going to let that take on a very slow heat, about 45 minutes on the grill itself. So let's go ahead and get our grill going here. and we'll go ahead and put this down low here, and we're going to let it sit. And then really, that's more or less, that's about it right now for it. Oh, actually, just kidding, guys. We forgot the garlic. That's always good right there. So, a trick to the trade is, well, not a lot of people realize this, but the best way to get the garlic is you actually smash it on the side of the knife. Good to go with that. And as you can see, they easily peel right off for it. And then what you want to do is you want to go ahead and you want to mince this guy up and throw it in there with it. Again, very easy to make, and it can last for about 2 weeks in the refrigerator, give or take. But let's face it, is it really going to last 2 weeks? Probably not. Because this barbecue sauce, you can use it on, of course, chicken, pork. I mean, some people even put it on eggs. I don't really know. I've never done it, but I'm sure people have done it. So, as this guy is prepping up here, we're going to go ahead and throw this garlic right in there with that, and we're good to go. All right, so this really pretty much, we have everything prepped now for it. So, when we come back, we're going to put it all together for you. Stay tuned. Welcome back, guys. We are wrapping it up today with our bacon wrapped chicken lollipops. Now we're at the barbecue stage. Let's go ahead and get that barbecue sauce on. What we want to do is we want to make sure it's at 175 before we put that barbecue sauce on. We want to go ahead and make sure we got barbecue sauce on both sides. And don't be bashful on putting however much barbecue sauce you want on these guys. Remember, Sunday-Funday. So as we get these guys here, we want to make sure we turn them over, and that way there we get both sides of coverage here. Turn this guy right on over for that. And then once we get done with these guys, what we want to do is we want to make sure that temperature for these goes right back up to 185. Once it's at 185, we're going to pull these chicken lollipops off the grill, let it sit for about 5-10 minutes for a resting stage with this, and then that's it. It's game time after this. All right, guys, it's time for plating. We're going to go ahead and pull these off. We're at 185, what we're looking for. All right, and then what we're going to do today is we're going to leave the barbecue sauce right in the middle. So when we serve these, that way if somebody wants to add just a little bit more barbecue sauce, they can. But otherwise, we are good to go with this. And as we are removing the aluminum foils, just to make sure, like I said, you don't want to make sure that it's burnt on the end here. So that's why we had the aluminum foils right when we started with this. Otherwise, we are good to go with that. And here we are. We have chicken bacon wrapped lollipops, Sunday-Funday right for you.